Every day, we see bold headlines screaming for our attention. They leap out at us from the front pages, demanding that we stop and take notice, shaping our first impressions of the world's most pressing events. Newspapers and TV reports bring us stories of crime, mystery, and justice. They present dramatic tales of heroes and villains, of shocking events and swift resolutions, all packaged for our consumption. But what if those headlines only scratch the surface? What if the real story lies hidden, just out of sight, beneath the ink and the noise? What if, beneath the loud words, there are secrets the world would rather forget? Behind every headline, there may be a locked door, a story untold, or a truth that someone is desperate to keep hidden. The truth is, headlines often hide more than they reveal. They can be a mask, a distraction, or even a deliberate attempt to steer our attention away from what truly matters. They can mask pain, twist facts, or simply miss the real story. Sometimes, the most important details are buried in the fine print or lost in the rush to break the news first. Sometimes, the people we trust the most help keep those secrets buried. Trusted officials, respected leaders, or even journalists themselves may play a part in keeping the truth from coming to light. Other times, power and money work together to keep the truth locked away. Deals are made in the shadows, evidence is hidden, and those with influence do whatever it takes to protect their interests. In this essay, we will peel back the layers behind 3 famous headlines. We'll look beyond the surface, searching for the facts that were left out, the voices that were silenced, and the motives that shaped the stories we thought we knew. Each story is real, inspired by true events. These are not just tales from the past, but reminders of how easily the truth can be hidden, and how important it is to keep searching for it. Each one holds suspense, lies, and the courage it takes to uncover the facts. The journey to the truth is rarely easy, and those who seek it often face danger, doubt, and resistance at every turn. As we explore, remember, behind every headline, there is a shadow waiting to be seen. The stories we accept at face value may only be the beginning, and the real answers may be hidden in the darkness just beyond our sight. So let's begin. Turn the page and step into the darkness behind the news you thought you knew. Together, we'll uncover the hidden truths and bring the shadows into the light. It started as an ordinary day in a quiet town. The sun rose, the shops opened, and neighbors waved hello. But that morning, someone noticed something strange. A young woman named Emily had vanished. Her bed was neatly made, her car in the driveway, but she was gone. The news spread quickly. "Local girl missing," the headlines cried. People whispered in the streets and volunteered to search. Police arrived, asking questions and looking for clues. On the surface, it seemed like a simple case. A girl gone missing, a town in shock. But as hours turned into days, the mystery only grew. There were no signs of struggle, no clear suspects. Emily's friends and family were desperate for answers. In their hearts, they hoped she would come home, safe and sound. Yet beneath the headline, something much darker was taking shape. The truth was tangled in secrets, mistakes, and a trust that would soon be broken. Police searched Emily's house again and again. They collected fingerprints, talked to neighbors, and checked security cameras. But somehow, they missed key clues. A broken necklace under her window, muddy footprints leading to the woods, a torn piece of fabric caught on a fence. No one seemed to connect these pieces. Instead, officers focused on her boyfriend, then her best friend, and finally, a stranger passing through town. Each time, they hit a dead end. The media echoed the police, repeating their theories without question. Meanwhile, the real clues sat unnoticed, gathering dust. Emily's mother found a note behind a drawer, but the police called it unimportant. Her best friend remembered a strange phone call, but by then, the police had stopped listening. The excitement of the headline faded, but the pain of not knowing never did. The town was left with whispers and rumors, while the truth hid in plain sight. What hurt most was the betrayal. The person who knew the most, who could have helped, stayed silent. It was someone close to Emily, someone who pretended to care. They had reasons for hiding the truth: fear, jealousy, or maybe guilt. As the days dragged on, the truth began to leak out. A local reporter digging deeper found the missing necklace in police evidence. She asked hard questions and followed up on forgotten clues. Slowly, the real story emerged. Emily had been betrayed by a trusted friend, someone no one had suspected. The headlines had moved on, but the real story was finally revealed. Justice came late, and Emily's family found answers that brought both pain and relief. The small town learned a hard lesson. Trust can be broken, and sometimes, those closest to us keep the darkest secrets. Still, many people wondered, if only someone had looked a little closer, would it have ended differently? In another city, a very different story was unfolding. A famous actor, loved by millions, was on trial. The media swarmed the courthouse, snapping photos and shouting questions. The headlines were all about the celebrity, not the crime. The case was shocking. A crime had happened at a star-studded party, but the details were hidden behind glamour and bright lights. People debated online. Some believed the actor was innocent. Others whispered that fame could hide anything. Inside the courtroom, lawyers argued and witnesses took the stand. But every eye was on the famous face, not on the victim or the evidence. Even the jury seemed dazzled by the actor's charm. It was a show, not a search for truth. The real criminal was masked by fame, and the world was too busy watching the star to ask what really happened. Behind closed doors, the truth struggled to come out. Evidence went missing. Witnesses changed their stories, afraid of powerful lawyers and angry fans. The press reported rumors instead of facts, and soon, no one knew what to believe. One young intern at the courthouse saw things others ignored. She noticed how a key witness was paid off, and how security cameras were mysteriously turned off at the wrong time. She wanted to speak up, but she was afraid of losing her job, or worse. Still, the intern kept notes, watching and waiting. When the actor was found not guilty, the world cheered. But the real story was buried, lost in the noise of celebrity news. Only a small group knew the truth. The real criminal had walked free, hidden behind fame and power. Sometimes justice is just another part of the show. Our last story takes us deep into the heart of a sprawling metropolis, a city that never truly sleeps, where the lights burn bright and secrets hide in the shadows. Here, behind the grand facades of government buildings, powerful people gather to make decisions that shape the lives of millions. But one ordinary morning, the city's routine was shattered. A respected government worker, known for his integrity and dedication, was found dead in his office, slumped over his desk. The headlines were quick to report a tragic accident at City Hall, splashing bold letters across every front page. The city buzzed with shock and confusion. Yet, beneath the surface, not everyone was convinced by the official story. Whispers spread through the hallways, and co-workers exchanged uneasy glances, suspecting there was more to the story. The police moved quickly, closing the case and calling it a simple mistake, an unfortunate accident, nothing more. But one detective, new to the force and still driven by a sense of justice, couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. While reviewing the evidence, he noticed a strange bruise on the victim's neck, something that didn't fit with the official explanation. He also discovered a missing file from the victim's desk, a folder that seemed to have vanished without a trace. When he tried to raise his concerns and ask more questions, his boss shut him down, ordering him to drop the matter and move on. But the detective couldn't let it go. Late at night, he pored over files and notes, determined to find the truth, even as the trail grew colder. His persistence paid off. He uncovered evidence that the victim was on the verge of exposing a dangerous secret about a powerful group operating within the city's highest circles. The deeper he dug, the more perilous his investigation became. Shadowy figures began to follow him, and he felt eyes watching his every move. Friends and strangers alike warned him to stop, hinting at threats that lurked just out of sight. The message was clear. Some secrets were too dangerous to uncover. Still, the detective refused to back down. He read the headlines calling it an accident, but he knew in his gut that the truth was being buried. With determination burning in his eyes, he pressed on, convinced that what happened was no accident, but a cold-blooded murder, and a cover-up reaching the highest levels of power. The detective worked late nights, chasing leads others had ignored. He spoke to the victim's family and found a hidden notebook. In it, the victim described threats he had received and meetings with powerful people. The detective realized he was onto something big. At every turn, someone tried to block his way. Old friends turned against him. His phone was tapped. Even his own safety was at risk. But he refused to let fear stop him. He believed the truth was worth the danger. After months of work, he finally found the evidence he needed. Secret emails, hidden money, and a witness who was ready to talk. The detective brought everything to the press, risking his career to make sure the truth came out. The city was shocked. The powerful group was exposed and justice was finally served. But the detective knew there would always be more secrets, waiting in the dark. What do these stories have in common? At first glance, they seem straightforward. Just another day's news, just another set of headlines. But if you look closer, you'll notice a pattern, a thread that weaves through each story, connecting them in ways most people never see. Each headline told a simple tale, but the real truth was hidden below. The surface offered comfort, but the reality beneath was far more complex, tangled in layers of secrecy and misdirection. Lies, secrets, and fear shaped what the world saw. The stories we read are often filtered, shaped by those who wish to control the narrative, leaving us with only fragments of what really happened. Only those who looked deeper were able to find the facts. It takes a sharp eye and a relentless spirit to piece together the puzzle, to connect the dots that others overlook or ignore. In real life, the search for truth is never easy. It's a lonely path, often filled with dead ends, doubts, and moments when giving up seems easier than pressing on. It takes courage to ask hard questions, and to keep going when others want to look away. The truth seeker must be willing to face rejection, suspicion, and sometimes even danger, all in pursuit of answers. Sometimes, the truth is hidden by those we trust. Friends, leaders, and institutions may have reasons to keep secrets, to protect themselves or their interests at the expense of honesty. Sometimes, it is buried by power and money. Corruption and greed can silence voices, erase evidence, and rewrite history, making the truth harder to find with every passing day. But always, it is waiting for someone brave enough to find it. The truth is patient, waiting in the shadows for the right person to shine a light and reveal what's been concealed. So next time you read a headline, stop and think. What secrets might be hiding behind those bold words? What questions haven't been asked, and what answers are still out there waiting to be discovered? Who has the courage to uncover them? It could be anyone, a journalist, a detective, or even an ordinary person who refuses to accept things at face value. Remember, the truth does not always shout. Sometimes it waits in silence, hoping someone will listen closely enough to hear its quiet call. Sometimes it whispers from the shadows, waiting to be heard. It takes patience and intuition to notice the clues that others miss, to follow the faintest trail. The world is full of mysteries. Every city, every street, every life holds stories that have yet to be told, secrets that have yet to be revealed. Some may never be solved. Some questions may remain unanswered, their truths lost to time or hidden by those determined to keep them secret. But we should never stop looking for the truth, no matter how well it is buried. Because every discovery, no matter how small, brings us closer to understanding the world and ourselves.